everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists. I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning, all you wolves and sheep that got out of your cage and got out of your pen. There's a few of you, the non-contemporized, as the alternative media got contemporized. Oh, they're the answer. I mean, think about the last 10 years. So I don't want to hear it anymore about CBS. Sorry about that. So CBS comes out last night and does their gig on Westlake. Beautifully reported, perfectly reported. The grassroots activists, I lie with them. They did what old media used to do perfectly. Couldn't have been done better. On the evening news, the whole world got to see it. So I don't want to hear it. The young mothers at Westlake who have formed together and been battling, they interviewed them, put them on the news, talked about it, did what exact good journalists are supposed to do. They gave that side, and they went to the Westlake, liars, and talked about the containment. I want people to very much know, anybody in St. Louis, that if you can get this to them, I'll do a video on this today in North St. Louis. Now look, I want people to very much know, I've been battling against Westlake and all these other 252 nuclear dump sites my whole life. Look, when those things were built and whatever, the mindset in the United States was, oh, the Western United States is just a dump. Or whatever. Anywhere. Just take it out of town. That's how we did landfills, throw it in the river, whatever. That was the mentality in the United States. The Department of Energy, the nuclear cartel, they didn't spend any money. They just dumped it. If you think Westlake has containment, you're nuts. There's no containment. And let me talk about this. I hear this all the time. Oh, concrete. Look, I was a plasterer for 35 years. I grew up in that industry. I grew up in the freaking greatest sand pits in the world, literally. The whitest, cleanest, beautifulest, freaking sharpest glass and unearthed the ancient lake bottom. My grandpa's sand pit. I had that hawking trowel in my hand. I balanced that hawking trowel in hand in my Wall Street career my whole life and my academia career. I balanced them beautifully, actually, until they took it away. Concrete is not waterproof. Concrete breathes. Concrete breathes. It has to breathe. That's why this fake stucco, this fake synthetic, this epoxy everybody wants to go with is a fucking disaster. It's a petroleum fucking base. It doesn't let it breathe. You got EFIS on your house, you fucking concrete, it doesn't work. Water goes through fucking concrete. It fucking, the sun comes out, it breathes back. That's how it works. It passes through it. You know, UV, same thing, the sun. So, there's no containment at Westlake. So this company that has bought it, that was interviewed last night, he said we spent $150, which is true. They're trying to block the fucking fire, but hear this, and I cannot overstate this. I've been at this a long, long time, my whole life. You know, people can pull back. I don't give a fuck. I'm recording history for the future because this contemporary mass fucking place that we live, they can't handle the truth. They don't want the truth. Please, you could be the fucking, you could see the future and tell these people in exact incredible detail. You could tell them, get out of gold at 1900. You could tell them, get out of fucking silver at 4700. You could tell them, buy Apple at $80. You could tell them to sell at 800 in just a few years. You could tell all these people these things over and over. You could tell Fukushima's going to give you leukemia. Then you could get leukemia. Then you could show them how to survive leukemia. Then they're going to still tell you how to survive leukemia. You could show them the path. You could tell them the truth. They don't want the truth. They can't handle the truth. They have no fucking concept of the truth. They don't want it. The truth's hard. They don't fucking like it. The reality, just like all the social inequalities in this fucking world, very easy to fucking solve. They don't want to hear it. They want to sit and fucking spin in their dogma and their fake fucking arrogance because they don't have a fucking clue. There's very simple answers to all of this. Really simple answers to every fucking thing there is. Same fucking answers there always have been. Economically, it's tariffs, which has gone on. That fucking has been the answer to fucking social inequalities for fucking thousands and thousands of years. Why do you think Jesus threw the money changers out of the temple? Where do you think that story come from? You know, why do you think the first 8 employees in the United States were the Coast Guard? Blocking cheap Chinese before the Bill of Rights, the Tariff Act of 1780. You don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. They can't handle it because it's called dogma. Dogma is a sick, sick, sick disease of the brain. It's worse than brain cancer. My beautiful friend Terry, her funeral was yesterday. She got sick at the same time. She battled, boy. They had to beat back on her. She stayed working. She was a waitress. She's an amazing woman. I mean, it just ravished her. Her funeral yesterday, younger than me, another one of us. I mean, people can't handle the fucking truth. They don't want the reality. Just like the inception of the Million Mass March, how it came about. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear how Occupy really started. They don't want to hear about any of these things. They don't want to hear any answers. They don't want to hear any truth, but the future will. The future will. Do you know how long it took Michelangelo to be exposed that he was writing the newsletter and the heresy letter out, and the panty painters painted over all his work, and that he was absolutely right and become the most famous artist? You know how long it took those stories to be told? Hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. You know, Noam Chomsky told me right to my face, Kevin, don't sweat it. It took 40 years before anybody even knew my name. It isn't about being contemporized. It's the opposite of being contemporized. Popular? Who the fuck wants to be popular in this fucking mess? These fucking containments, they're everywhere. They just throw them out in the fucking dirt. I know what hundreds of them are. I've been at this my whole life. I've documented. People don't want to hear it from me. Because they can't handle it because they're that fucking arrogant. These fucking ignorant goats are murdering themselves. They're fucking going to their graves with their own fucking dogma. Dogma is deadly. It is deadly. It's a killer. You know, look. It's like these people that alternative. Yeah, alternative before you get cancer, absolutely. Cannabis help? I don't know. But, you know, there's lots of things that I think help and work, especially if you have chronic that can fucking prolong your life. There's no doubt. But in an acute cancer situation, these people, look, when I was in the hospital, AML leukemia, which kills fucking probably 100,000, more than that. I mean, because it's so misdiagnosed. these cancers that are ravishing, just like the World Health Organization comes out, and, you know, the same old bullshit. Don't smoke, it'll kill you. Don't eat beef, it'll kill you. They don't, it's all political cover. Now, smoking's, I never said it's good. I never said eating red meat's fucking good. But, let's get real. In Europe, they all smoke. In Europe, they all eat fucking meat. They eat ice cream every fucking day. They eat so much dairy, it's unbelievable. My dietitian right here, don't touch dairy, Kevin. Dairy's poison. It's not, listen, class, it's very simple. Hello. Kids, where does meat come from? It comes from animals' bodies. They kill them, cut their heads off. What do cows in the United States eat? Do you realize they milk cows 4 times a day when it's unnatural to even milk one 2 times a day? Do you know what it takes to get a cow to be milked 4 times a day? Do you understand what they're putting in the feed? Do you understand that waste is being spread all over? They call themselves organic farmers and going into the watershed. Do you know what kind of nitrates are in your water? Nitrates cause heart attack. Fucking nuclear fallout causes heart attack. What's that? Cancer, autism. I proved in my PhD, which you've been able to watch, the greatest PhD in human history. You've watched on it. Nobody wants to hear it. They can't handle it because it's a new genre. It's fucking new. They can't handle that a person does it in real time because people didn't have the availability to do that before. You had to call the media and do what CBS did last night and hope they show. Well, they quit doing that. Well, it's simple. Simple. CBS. Who broke the fucking backs of the military complex in the 1960s, the late 60s? CBS. NBC's never going to fucking touch this because NBC is owned by General Electric, the head of the snake. I mean, it's a cash cow, and they're willing to murder. Think about it. That fucking rat, I mean, the actually, General Electric came right. I've done all this work at the University of General Electric. I'll write a book about it one day. In his school. I mean, fucking that piece of shit, Jack Welch, and he's still crying. He's a multi-billionaire, been handed bank bailouts, government bailouts, everything. He's a welfare mooch, and he's still on CNBC crying every day. Him and Joe Kernan suck each other's dicks every fucking day. Somebody should knock that crooked teeth motherfucker's teeth out of his head, Joe Kernan's. Somebody should just go beat the living fuck out of that fucking freak. These people are ignorant, they're fucking stupid. He's a billionaire, he's still crying, not enough. Oh, the poor victim. In his fucking golden parachute, part of the deal is that G has to bring fresh flowers to his apartment. You do know about the flower industry. Wow. I mean, it's not ending. It's all been captured. These are the fucking people that threw all the nuclear waste all over the country. Hello? So, Dan Rather, remember that guy? Young reporter. Gets a job with CBS. Remember Walter Cronkite, the guy that had some integrity, who told the news desk, Edward R. Murrow, remember that guy who told the news desk, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm reporting fire me, fuckheads. Cronkite told them that many times. Fire me, fuckers. CIA came to them all, told them to fuck off. So, he goes in. They let him. They give him the money. Here, go into Vietnam. You know, it's like Oliver Stone. You know, I love Oliver Stone because he made that great fucking Nam movie. But then he fucking goes into La La Ville. You know, he's done some good work, but really, Woody Harrelson, you made that filthy, fucking disgusting film? Why? So, Rather goes in there. People in the United States, they don't know. They don't fucking know Churchill's line. If it's not fucking 2 inches from an American's face, they don't give a fuck. It's true. The only thing that lion fucking, globalist fucking, right? You know where he came from. You know where Churchill came from. Scotland Yard. He teed up fucking lots of people. He was famous for fucking political operatives. He would tee up and accuse them of all kinds of fake crimes, have them convicted when they didn't do it. He was the master of it. He was the great manipulator. Well, fuck, think about it. They had the right guy in place, didn't they? Fucking Russia and the United States do all the dirty work. They get all the spoils. They've been doing it for fucking, those royals have been doing it for fucking thousands and thousands of years. So he goes to Nam. You see it on your 6 o'clock news. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's what's really going on over there? Remember they used to keep scores on this many fucking North Vietnamese killed today, Viet Cong, this many American soldiers. Oh, it's a fucking football game. Yay. Red pill, blue pill. Yay, it's all a fucking football game. Fucking pathetic. I love the Cowboys. I'm going to get a tattoo on. I ain't won a fucking playoff game in 20 years. Yay. I mean, I see fuckers with 49ers tattoos all over them. Fucking, I mean, what the fuck? Walking billboards for free. You know that there's corporations that'll pay you to tattoo their corporation logo on your head. But no, they don't have to. You fuckers will do it for free. Fucking unreal how fucking gone this populace is. This is the most ignorant. I named it right when I named it post-ignorance. Oh, did I? And it'll take time. I know that. Post-ignorance is only 5 years old. The child's begun to walk. So he goes in there. They're aghast. They freak out. Let's get real. These fucking war fucking beaten fuckers, the fucking, these draft dodging motherfuckers, all of them, they became anti-war. Remember this. Now make sure you hear this. These same people that beat the war fucking drums, who caused Iraq, cut Afghanistan, the Ted Nugents of the world, the fucking Dick Cheneys, the Rumsfeld, the fucking Bushes, that were all draft dodgers. A lot of those guys became anti-war in the 60s. Why? They got a draft card. They got a fucking draft card. It's amazing when they got to go. But as soon as that head gig, they're right back to fucking beating the war drums. It's all, they ain't got to go. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. You know what that song's about? That's about a fucking dildo, a vibrator. Hello. Wow. So, that's what these fuckers are. No, they're fucking worse than a douchebag. What a fucking insult to a douchebag. So, they go in. Cronkite tells his handlers, the fuck off. Because he was that confident of a man. He knew that if he showed this, the American populace would get behind him. And they did. So, Dan Rather, who runs the news desk for fucking years, the greatest reporter probably in 100 years in the United States. At least in several generations. Our generation. So he comes on the CBS News and says, George Bush is a fucking draft dodger. So, George Bush is a fucking draft dodger. So, it just proves what I've said from day one. To tell the truth, no one wants it. So they fire him for telling the truth. To tell the fucking truth is to get fired. To tell the truth is to fucking die. Michael Hastings told the truth. CIA kill him? Fuck yes, they killed him. Did they remote control the car? I don't know. It doesn't matter if they remote control. And then his second wife, let's remember, his first wife was killed where? The NYU guy. Yeah, that's where all this whole post-ignorance gig, the whole fucking Occupy, the whole fucking Million Mats, it all really is an inception in the same place it's always incepted. Where everything always starts. Stonewall started there. Fucking, Hamilton, the abolitionist, started there. Fuck, I can go on and on. Pollock started there. Motherwell started there. Mary Lou Whitney started there. The abstract impressionism, it all started in the same fucking spot. I know that. That's why I was there. Washington Square. I won't stop there. Fucking NYU. Hastings, when Rolling Stone had the balls to put it out there, that fucking rock fucking General Petraeus and McChrystal and these lying rats. Look, I don't know if this is true, but I think it's true. And this is just from people that send me stuff. I get a lot of stuff because I've used this platform. People don't get how powerful YouTube is, how instantaneous it is. It's unbelievable. It's literature in real time. You don't have to have a publicist. You don't have to fucking get this and write the fucking book. And you fucking give yourself away. Well, and everybody says, you throw yourself out there and give yourself away. I'm like, fuck. I had this fucking girl I used to date years ago when I was young. Fucking give me shit about that. You expose yourself. You're so vulnerable out there on YouTube. I said, this is a girl who posed naked in fucking Playboy. You posed naked in fucking Playboy twice. And you're telling me that? Please. I mean, it's just fucking how ignorant people are. Fuck, I mean, it's amazing. Hunker down, get your gold bars or silver, and hide down. And fuck, when I got cancer, a lot of people here got cancer. Now I know why. Fukushima, the mapping hammered us. We had so much from fucking the Nevada test site for years and years and years. I had a predisposition. My subconscious probably knew it. I was in denial. I was not ready for the fall. I didn't think it could happen to me. I really didn't. I really was not ready for the fucking fall. And it fucking got me. A lot of people got it here. You know, this friend of mine who's, you know, a short-term relative in her name, she got cancer, the same, just a simple lump in her breast. Her dogma murdered her. These people got such hardcore dung-in dogma. They make something up, you know, whether it be religion, whatever. That's it. Fuck the rest of the world. I'm right. Everybody else is wrong. So I'm like, go get it cut out. Oh, no, holistic, apricots. I mean, the whole fucking nine. Yeah, I mean, this fucking woman went all the way. She was fucking the guru. She'd been eating holistic her whole life, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, so does Steve behind these jobs. Go get the fucker cut out and fucking raise your grandchildren. Wouldn't do it. Oh, no, Kevin, you're wrong. You're going to the kingdom. You're going to die. I'm going to live. Really? Look, I have AML. Went from 170 130. It's a Hail Mary. I'm fucking dying. I'm on death's doorstep. I'm not going to take a pea shooter to a drone war. She died so fast, make your fucking head spin off. She says, well, you know, her daughter told me, oh, I died on Jesus' birthday. She died. She got to see Jesus on his birthday. I says, where do you get off? Jesus was born December 25th. Number one, if you believe the story of Jesus, he was born April 6th. What the fuck are you talking about? What's this got to do with Jesus? Tim Shell? Thou mayest? You know, written on the studio walls, concert hall, written on the cave walls in East Turkey where they fucking exploit slaves. I won't stop there. I mean, it's amazing how people have got this dogma spun. A guy told me one day, I said something, Jesus was a radical. He told me that it was blasphemy. These fucking people are fucking mentally gone. Something's the matter with their brain. How's that fucking blasphemy? This is how ignorant and stupid the mega churches have fucking played on. It's ignorance. That's all. It's ignorance and dogma. They're ground in. So, I mean, the truth's been told you about fucking the fucking theft of the election, the military coup of 2000. The truth's been told you about fucking, you know, the cover-up fucking of 9/11, the Saudis being... We can talk about who fucking did it, what did it, fucking blah, blah, do it, but the fact of the matter, you know, Michael Moore, he lost his fucking mind. He did beautiful work. Fahrenheit 9/11 is a fucking masterpiece. So is Roger and me. But then he fucking got all fucked up because the mind, the body, and the soul must match equally. You have to be strong in all aspects. You can't just have the strong mind and the weak body. Now, there's plenty of handicapped people that fight. They're great activists. But if you're healthy, it has to be all of the above. So you can fucking ward off dogma. You can make it up all you want. So, I mean, I'm in there, and these guys, you should hear these fucking people. I was head of the support group for a while, and the LDS administrators hated me. The so-called caseworkers hated me. Because you know how I go. You know how intense I fucking... That's my Geiger counter whistling. I don't know if you can hear it, by the way. My Geiger counter's whistling. I'll talk more about that. I'm going to do a video today about Westlake. So, the fact of the fucking matter is somebody come in there and they says, the Mormons, they're the Ponzi scheme fucking capital of the world, all out of BYU. That's how they work. You know, the Energy Solutions, where the Jazz plays now, the Vivid Home Security, which is a Ponzi scheme. You know, it's network marketing. It's nothing but Amway on Balco. That's all it is. That's the business model that's been developed here, and that's how they roll. So, they go forward with this, and they are taking this silver supplement from, it's a Ponzi scheme. My doctors are like, when I'm in there, because they work your blood every day, they have an incredible blood working machine. They spin your blood. They come in your room every morning at 3:30. You got a central line hay out of your jugular. Fill up fucking multiple vials of fucking blood. You know, send it down there, and they're like, you know, and there's people that are outpatient. There's people, I was inpatient, but they're like, no, they give you lists. I mean, they want to know what you have to, so the blood works don't get masked. They have to be able to read those blood works. You know, and then when they get real desperate, they bone marrow biopsy. I had lots and lots of bone marrow biopsies where they go into your hip, dig into your fucking hip, and pull your bone marrow out. And that little great girl at LDS, she goes right in the room because it's the mistake. It's one guy handled. They can't afford a mistake on treatment. They can't have a mistake. They cannot misread that fucking blood. They can't. And so that's how they do. So you're taking the supplements, it misreads. So this guy, they're telling me, oh, I'm on the silver supplement, so you should try. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you out of your mind? And the doctors are saying, he's arguing with autocologists that fucking from Denmark that are the best in the fucking world, that have been fucking treating cancer victims for 40 fucking years. He knows. Isn't that YouTube? Isn't that YouTube? You watch 3-4 fucking videos, you're an expert on fucking the economy. You're an expert on everything. I mean, isn't that fucking YouTube for you? So I tell them, are you crazy? In a support group. You're masking the blood works. They can't read them. That shit's going to kill you. Oh, no, I'm doing good. I'm recovering. Boop, dead. You know, I saw it over and over and over. And there 2 guys in there with me at the same time, worked at nuclear reactors. You know, in their 50s. AML. You know, working in those nuclear reactors is what gave you leukemia. You do know that. It's unarguable. Oh, no, hell no. God's will, God's will, God's will, God's will. You know, okay, boop, dead. Boop, dead. Yeah, I see people in there, I'm fighting their ass off. Get lucky, like I did, where they fucking, the doctors, the great doctors and the incredible nurses beat it back. And you get that lucky enough to come out of there, which the fight's just started. But you got to make that first step. You got to get to first base because there's no home runs in this fucking game. Walk, get hit by a pitch, fucking, you know, get a fucking Texas leader, whatever. You got to get on first base, then you got to steal second, then you got to steal third, then you got to steal home because there's nobody batting behind you. You know, so I see it over and over and over. They come out of there. I'm like, come on, let's go hiking. You know, come on, there's the survivors dinner tonight. Let's go fucking, you know, talk to everybody. Let's communicate. Let's, you know, share what we have. You know, let's talk about each other's path, who's doing good and why. No. Let's change our diet. You know, let's listen to the dietitian. Let's do what we're supposed to do, you know, so we have a fucking chance. You know, right back to the same old fucking lifestyle. Look, it. America refuses to defend themselves, so they've co-opted. The teabagger fucking, they co-opted. Johnny, get your gun. Now, look, I'm all about all the amendments. I don't care if people own guns. I give a fuck. Mentally ill people shouldn't have fucking guns. But my problem is that's not the answer. Go buy a fucking bunch of silver and gold. Now, here's the fucking insanity of the United States. I hear it over and over. Look, I'm an economist. I fucking graduated the #1 school of finance in the fucking world. They got a big fight going with me right fucking now. I've got a major feud going with because the death of Dr. Cooley. They cut a fucking deal with me, and they're trying to renege on the fucking deal. You know, on my MBA, they're trying to renege. It ain't gonna fucking work. It's not going to work. I can tell you right here. You know, these fuckers. You know, you gotta understand the death that went in our school business and what happened. You know, and I'll get into that. I'll write a book about it. University of General Electric. So, I'm like, really? We need to go back to the gold standard? What are you fucking talking about? Joe invented the gold standard? Why do you think the royal elites, the royal families of the world, the English royals and their cousins in Russia, which they're still cousins, Putin, I believe, is Reagan, Nicholas. I really believe it's true. He's all back. Google his fucking palace. You know, it's patterned after Versailles. Look at it. They're back. All the social inequality that existed in 1914 in your fucking head, lead up to World War I, lead up to fucking the great fucking French Revolution, the Great American Revolution, the Mason Wars. Look, I mean, it's all back. Then some. The greatest social inequality in fucking human history. I mean, these fucking people know. So the gold standard was invented by them. Shiny yellow rocks out of the ground. It's like diamonds. You know how common diamonds are? How can that be? Rhodesia? Who's Carl Rhodes? Rhodesia had his own country, mass murder, pedophile, by the way. He was a fucking pedophile. Another one, Bill fucking Walmart Clinton. And think about Bill Clinton and his tribe. And if you don't believe me, look it up. What's his name, Epstein or whatever the fucking, that whole, the royal family's been implicated. They're running a fucking prostitution ring out of Manhattan. with 14-year-olds. Bill Clinton included. You know, fuck all of them. These fucking royal fuckers like they're pedophiles. Look it up. Look it up. He went to prison. He was convicted in Scottsdale, Arizona. A billionaire, and he went to prison for it. Look it up. The two girls still exist. They still own the prostitution ring. You know, they're older now, and they still own it. He just hid it in his brother's fucking name. Look it up. It's why they play. Again, you don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Nobody wants the truth. It doesn't fucking, you know, blame mainstream media, but it doesn't matter when they report it. You still fucking don't want to hear it. Turn off. Change the channel, honey. Change the channel. Let's watch fucking Dancing with the Stars. Let's watch fucking American Idol. John, look, you sing good. You can understand. You're going to be the next American Idol. You're going to marry a prince, Cinderella. You play at that ball, you're going to be in the NBA. By the way, I know the fucking kid who dropped the punt at Michigan. I fucking love it. I love it. He's brilliant, by the way. He kicked at our university. The worst fucking program in the most corrupt football program in the country. He got a lot of practice because that's all they did was 3-and-out punt. Did he do it fucking intentionally? I highly doubt that. Did he do it subconsciously? He's a smart fucking dude. Really smart dude. Do you think he knows he's a slave? I'll guarantee he does know he's a slave. Do you think he knows that Jim Harbaugh is getting $5 million a year on the taxpayers' dime and the demand of the Learjet? Why these kids go to bed fucking hungry? Do you think he fucking knows that? I'll guarantee he knows that. The subconscious is very powerful. You know, things evolve. Like I said, you don't want the truth. America can't handle the fucking truth. It don't matter. That's the beauty of YouTube. That's the fucking beauty of the reality of the fucking out in the street. That's where we'll meet. Historical. It's a great reference library. People will be able to go back in time and say, hey, wow, look at this. Look at this. Cassandra's fucking son. You know? If you don't know who Cassandra was, in Greek mythology, the second most beautiful, Apollo wanted to have sex with her. She refused. Because she was all about integrity. She was all about love, everything. I mean, it's a great story. You know, I love the Nordic mythology. I love the Greek mythology. And people say, oh, it's all just fairy tales, you know, elaborate. Then why do we still talk about them? Because they're based on the human element. They're based on fucking the human fucking... You know, it's like Hamilton. He said, when Hamilton was a boy in the slave trade, as that Scottish royal abandoned his mother, he read Greek tragedies over and over and over and over. And then it became the great tragedy. Changed the fucking world. Those stories are fucking so meaningful. She refused. So he cursed her with being able to see the future. And no one believing her. And all her fucking children and heirs for time and all eternity. You know, somebody sent me that great quote from Plato. To see underneath your culture's lies, no one will believe you. It's history over and over, Vincent. It's history and history over again. So many times, over and over and over. You know, it's like people don't know the reality of the French Revolution. They don't know the reality of the American... There were Masonic wars. The Masons broke ranks. I like how people spawn what Masons are. I'm surely not a fucking Mason, but I'm a Mason. I split my own rock. That's where they come from. It was a Mason war. It's eligible. What do you think? George Washington, they call them George Washington Masons. They fucking decided the wealth, the fucking Masonics broke fucking ranks and says, fuck you. We're overthrowing the royals. In France, I mean, one of the fuckers was living in the sewer. Maximilian? They overthrew the fucking royals, even to talk royals, even to mention royal, you know, was it Prince? You know, one of those ugly inbreds of Charles's fucking two boys was in the White House with his, you know, it's pretty amazing. You know, it's the same old thing with one of his slaves, Barack Obama. Barack Obama is not black, by the way. He's not black. You know, as the American African slave plight goes, Barack Obama's father was a polygamist from Kenya. You know, Barack Obama's mother didn't know that. Skull and bones? Oh, yes. There's nothing African about him. Well, there's, I guess, maybe some DNA. But he knows nothing about the African-American plight. Of course, neither do the African-Americans anymore, the young ones. Look at the NFL players. What are those guys? Why don't one of them stand up? Burn down the field with hair extensions from executed Chinese prisoners? When you're the great-great-grandsons of antebellum slaves? What, your mama didn't tell you that story? Your grandmother didn't tell you those stories? The fuck she didn't. I know she did. You just choose to join the club. It's a cultural epidemic that fucking exists in this country. Everybody believes they're going to be fucking wealthy and rich. Who the fuck wants to be one of these fuckers? You really want to be Tom Brady trying to overcompensate your whole life, your hair plugs, you fucking freak? Tearing down whole neighborhoods, building house after house after house. What are you trying to prove to everybody? What is it in your fake styrofoam fucking exploited fucking mansions? You're not proving anything. You're proving your inadequacies. But, your fucking overcompensation. Why? Are people really that unfucking self? Are they really that degenerate? America's degenerate. Third generational? I think that's a lot to do with it. Because we know third generation fucking businesses fucking crash. After the war, the baby boomers handed everything on a silver fucking platter. No fucking debt. The strongest middle class in human history. You don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. In my MBA class, when I took it, when Dr. Cooley died, and I was asked, like I said, all these things, that fucking blows my mind. How people come to me. They've come to me my whole life. They ask. I've never asked a girl to marry me in my life. People come to me all the time. Hey, Kevin, hey, I found you, blah, blah. Will you do this? Will you come to Eugene, Oregon? Yeah. Will you come to fucking San Diego? Yeah. Will you come to New York? Yeah. Will you come to Washington, D.C. and do this? Yeah. Will you do this? Will you do that? What? Yeah. Then they fucking get mad at you. I mean, I don't understand it. It's just like the same thing. So they fucking ask me, Kevin, you come back here and get the first NBA from the legendary Clyde Cooley. He's got mad cow in his head. He's dying. We're panicking. Will you step in? Will you do this for me? How? What the fuck are you talking about? How can I do it? Well, we'll cut a deal with you. And then they renege on the fucking deal. Isn't that the way it always fucking goes? That's what I love about YouTube. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. The museums, and look, I'm not anti-fucking MoMA, but I'm anti-MoMA. I'm not anti the Natural History Museum, but I am. I'm a huge fan of Teddy's. That fucking great quote. I posted that great quote on the Million Mass video I did last night. Again, I was asked to do that. Again, I do all these things because I'm asked. People ask, fucking, will you do a video on Westlake? Will you do a video on the... Yeah. I never say no. I've been that way my whole life. I don't say no. That's because that's who I am. That's what... I know that. I've always known that since I was a child. I have some gifts that I was born with because my brain was atomic, whatever, that helped me. I don't know. Hurt me, but I give myself away. Oh, do I give myself away? How to bet on those? She makes me wait. How long must I sing this song? I'll sing it my whole life and then I'll die. And I'll fucking move on to the next place. It's a very fucking simple concept that we're battling on all fronts. Thus post-ignorance. It's enlightenment versus slavery, and people can't understand that. People cannot see the culture they live in at the time. It's a fucking lottery and neo-feudalist fucking dogma fucking infested fucking ignorant fucking place with the greatest social inequality in human history. From 1945 to 1980. Okay, class. My class, number one MBA class in the United States. Come in, first day. Brilliant fucking students. Well-educated. Name the greatest socialistic people, which the word socialism, let's talk about this. Communism. Who's the father of communism? Marx? No. Engel. Another one from England. They fucking hijacked the word. The Mormons were communist. A lot of societies were communist. Communists. Community. Common. The redistribution of wealth, 100%. Russia was never that. Hijacked is, he's hiding out in Vienna. I gotta sit right in his fucking chair. Right in fucking Lenin's fucking place. Stalin's fucking place. Freud's place. All of them. All those lead to Vienna. Right there. I gotta sit in the cafe. I ate dinner right there where they eat. It's still there, that beautiful cafe. Right there at Steffengras. Me and Brigitte, we went over there. She's got a big scar across her neck from fucking Chernobyl necklace. You know, I showed her my Fukushima fish hook and my fucking jugular vein. We sat right there where they all sat. You know, as it was evolving. His real name's not Lenin. And I'm not talking about Jen, and I'll get into John. I'm talking about the other Lenin, the Russian Lenin. So the word communism is American propaganda. Shut down your fucking throat. There's nothing fucking common about that place. It was a neo-feudalism system where all the fucking money was extracted. They got rid of religion. All the money was extracted to military. You know, the French Revolution. I mean, they were cutting people's heads. 40 people a day in Paris. A day. Public fucking guillotines. Can you imagine 40 a day? You know how vile that is? You know, that poor little girl in Vienna, Marie Antoinette, Marie Theresa, her mama, Joseph. We're talking about Marie Antoinette let them eat. She never said that. She was a little girl. She didn't do anything fucking wrong. She never said that. The royals, those French fucking royals trying to hold on, fucking hijacked that girl and fucking gave her to that impotent fucking, you know, guy who couldn't get a hard on. You know, so they overthrew that fucking government, Versailles. You know, Putin's all back. They overthrew it, and they hated the fucking social inequality so fucking bad that anybody that participated, they filled up the fucking prison with it, then went in and just fucking murdered them all. You even mentioned rule. You ever fucking think, oh, I'm King James, you even fucking imitated whatever, they cut your fucking head off. They changed the calendar, remember? Remember? It went to a 10-day calendar. And by the way, we never had weekends in this country. The weekend came about from the Shirtwaist Fire, which I was leading all this up to 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when fucking Post-Ignorance was born, I was leading it up to the 100th anniversary of the Shirtwaist Fire. What's that? At the chemical building in NYU, where the garment district was, when everything was made. It was not against the law to lock teenage fucking women, young women, in fucking buildings and make them work for slave labor. It was legal. Totally. Ask the fucking steel mills of Pittsburgh, Warhol. Ask those fucking young fucking German, Irish, Italian little boys. They were being exploited so grotesquely in this fucking country. That fucking building started on fire. I've been to that hallowed fucking event. NYU, the PD, or the police, New York Fire Department, they do such a beautiful job with it. They bring the truck in. It's so emotional if you've never been. You've got to go. You know, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, but, you know, for years when I would go, nobody was there. And they take the fucking ladder in there, and they put the ladder right exactly where that ladder was that day. The building started on fire. There was a reporter, I believe from the New York Times. You know, those guys were ambulance chasers. They listened to whatever, got over there. He heard there's a fire over there. I mean, it was a small place, right there next to Hamilton's grave, right there next to the customs house, where the first 8 employees of the United States blocked the fucking Chinese goods from coming in. Right there, in that spot. Right where all Flood Wall Street, where we sit, where everybody was being arrested, at the Trinity Church, right in front of Hamilton's grave. Hamilton got to watch it all. Right there, I filmed it. Put it on fucking YouTube. You don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. Future generations will. They'll fucking hang on to it. Look, this guy recorded history that happened. You can't make this shit up. So the fucking building catches on fire. These girls are trapped in there. They got no way out. Jewish girls, Russian girls, German girls, fucking from all fucking exploitations of the fucking corners there, coming to America fucking, you know, for a new life when their fucking lives were being ravished and punished and pillaged. They've been fighting this. The fucking garment district fucking ladies, women had been marching in the streets for fucking years. The NYPD was corrupt then. They would arrest them. There were women beat to death in jail cells in New York City in 1908, 1907, 1910, leading up to this. That's how corrupt they were. Can you imagine women protesting on slave labor in their dresses by the thousands, marching across the streets, Eleanor, and they're taking them to jail cells and beating them to death, men beating them to death in their heads with fucking batons. Happened a lot. The fucking resistance movement was grassroots. It had been going on for a long fucking time. McKinley, they killed him. Teddy knew. Teddy was an aristocrat. Teddy broke fucking ranks. How do you think Teddy became president? When the Queen fucking blew McKinley's fucking head off because McKinley was the great anti-ruler like Hamilton. Why do you think fucking that globalist Obama took McKinley's name off? Because he's a globalist rat. Because the Queen fucking, those little ugly inbred fucking kids. Why do you think they killed Prince Diana? He asked them to. Why do you think they're taking Hamilton off the 10? Anything that's fucking anti-war, get rid of it. They're trying to rewrite history. Teddy and his Rough Riders go into fucking Cuba. Cuba was still fucking occupied by the Spaniards. Columbus is fucking, America, Vespucci. Vespucci spoke Italiano. He was born in fucking Florence, Italy. But he spoke fluent Spanish. He worked for the Spanish Queen. That's who your country's named after. Oh, you're an American, really? Oh, well, I got news for you. He didn't speak the fucking Queen's English. Neither do I. I speak fucking Rocky Mountain E. We make it up as we go out west here. So, he says, fuck you, I'm going in. Artists, poets, they go in. They throw the fuckers out of Cuba. He comes back, he says, McKinley, I got news for you. I'm going to Canada. I wish they would have let him. I'm fucking going. I'm invading Canada. Not because he hated Canadians. Because the Queen fucking owned oils. The French threw the fucking oils out and they cut their fucking heads off. The English fucking got their asses thrown out of their fucking American colony called fucking the United States, which is the United States. It wasn't called the United States then. The colonies, the 13 colonies, the fucking Queen's colonies. They were craftsmen. Paul Revere, Sam Adams, craftsmen. They got tired of cheap Chinese goods being dumped by the East India Company on their place. They were craftsmen. They're like, fuck you. They found Hamilton. George Washington through the Masonics. Same ones. They were friends with Napoleon. I was at fucking the UN. I think it's incredible irony. I was at the UN on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo. How did they win Waterloo? How the English could never fucking beat fucking Napoleon. Oh, their cousins. They called up their cousins, the Russians. The Prussians come over and saved their ass again. History repeating itself over and over and over. It's the quintessential fight that's gone on since the age of mankind. Slavery versus enlightenment. Well, the fucking slavery won again. I won't stop there, Go back all the way to the fair. You go all the way back. We win, we lose. No changes are permanent. Hamilton led the battle of Brooklyn. They lost. He lost that fucking war. Gore's fucking great-great-great-granddaddy Burr killed him? Yeah. In a fucking duel because he took a bullet first so Jefferson could be president. He would have been the second president of the United States. There's no fucking doubt. It's an unarguable. But you don't think political operatives are hardcore? They're political operative on the other side. His own wife. He took his own wife, and which is poured out in history over and over and over. His own wife. He would send him to Hamilton's place in D.C. as Hamilton was married to the aristocrat's daughter. Hamilton, the first Secretary of the Treasury, paid himself 0.0 as Paulson loots the fucking Treasury for $400 billion. It's that simple. He was the first great abolitionist was Alexander Hamilton at Washington Square. So let's take him off the 10 and put Margaret Thatcher on. You think that was a Freudian slip? You fucking right, it was a Freudian slip of globalist fucking rats. They're globalist English rats. That's all. They're the Queen's fucking puppets. Humpty Dumpty can't put all these fuckers back together again. You don't want to fucking hear the truth. You can't handle the truth. You want a knee-jerk, fuck whatever, the American populace. They threw the fuckers out. They kicked them the fuck out, Valley Forge. They were Masonics. They broke fucking ranks. Justice, justice, justice. The Masonics lost their way, become co-opt, they're pieces of shit. They got no fucking power anymore because they lost their way. Skull and Bones has got this filled. Skull and Bones is nothing but the Queen. They run out right up the University of Oxford. Bill Rhodes Scholar. Carl Rhodes at Oxford. Rupert Murdoch, fucking Fox News run right out of the House of Windsor. Hello, House of Hanford. The same old, same old. Wrap themselves up in a fucking flag when it's run right out of the British invasion, and I don't mean the Beatles. They're back. They got it all back. The United States started as a fucking British colony, ends up as a British colony. We're a British colony. We're the military. Same old, same old. Same old. They've never done their own fighting. They get fucking the Russians, well, now the United States does their dirty work. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. Throw him off the fucking tin. He would have been the second president of the United States. But they sent her up to his house. This beautiful fucking girl. Said she was Scottish immigrant like him. Said she'd fucking been exiled like him. He could relate. You know, that Scottish royal fucker fucked his mama and left her hanging in the Caribbean. He was doing the slave trade books. He saw it firsthand. He saw the exploitation of human beings as a boy. He was that brilliant. He saw it. She started having sex with him. I mean, think about it. She was married to the fucking political operative. The political operative, then she comes out and says, goes and does fucking, you know, the equivalent to a press conference, goes to the media. He knows he's been had. He said it straight up. He didn't lie. He was an honest dude. I made a mistake. I thought she loved me. That was his words. He knew it was done. So the other side's candidate was who? They had a fight going between Burr the aristocrat, the New York aristocrat who was a royal elitist, or that fucking Thomas Jefferson, the guy who had sex with thousands of women, the guy who fucking sweet-talked his way into the French paying for the American Revolution War through the Masons. Yeah, that guy. Jefferson and Hamilton hated each other? No, loved each other. They knew. I mean, they fought like fucking cats and dogs, but they knew the fucking ends would fucking justify the means would justify the ends. They knew that. They knew it was a fucking bloody-ass, nasty war. So it was 12-12. It was tied between Burr and Jefferson, who broke the fucking tie. Hamilton talked his friend and changed his vote. You don't think Burr knew that? Burr knew he cost him the president. Burr, he tried to dance out of it. He had danced out of it 11 times before, dueling on the White House fucking lawn, whatever. When you think about that, he taught. Burr would have none of it. You know, in New Jersey, he died that day. Took a bullet through his guts. He told his guy that was with him, it's a mortal wound. He missed on purpose, just like his son. And the rest is history. He became the Greek tragedy. His funeral in New York City was the biggest funeral per capita in probably world history. Every single person in fucking New York in the rain went. Fucking paraded fucking down fucking to the Trinity Church where he's buried. And that fucking monument in disarray just lay there. I'm one of the guys responsible. I have fits about it. You know, they used to call it Hamiltonville. The most beloved New Yorker in the history of New York, unarguable, Alexander Hamilton. That was going to be the capital that Jefferson wanted to be down his neck. Let's make a deal. Take him off the fucking tin. Put Margaret Thatcher on it. Wow. It's the great story that everybody just slides by him. These little fucking nuances and details that are reported right in your face. CBS reported the Westlake fire yet last night perfectly. This is the third time they've reported in the last week or two. They're all over this story. I'll do a video on it today. I'll be in New York on Halloween. World Series going on. Who knew that? Fucking don't think I'll make it there. The elite is going to fucking buy that out. Well, who had season tickets for the Mets? Oh, Bernie Madoff! Boy, I mean, the fucking corrupt motherfuckers. Why do you think I walked from Wall Street? I saw the writing on the wall. I saw the corrupt take the field. I saw it all happen. I saw it unfold. The whole country's corrupt. Because of political leaders, because of church leaders, absolutely. Church leaders have betrayed us. Political leaders have betrayed us. But it's a cultural dynamic. The whole world's corrupt. The United States is so grotesquely corrupt at all angles because everybody thinks the fucking ends is going to meet the means. Fuck, become this elite royal and I'm going to live happily ever after. I want to be one of the 1%ers. Well, number one, you don't want to be one of the 1%ers. And you're not. And who would want to be? You know, forget fucking having a fucking healthy economy. Number one, first question in my MBA class, which I'll teach again someday. You know, at a small university, because academia is fucking corrupt. They're burying our youth. College should be free. You erase all that debt. You can give all that money to the fucking banksters and the fucking corrupt and the military defense extract contractors, fucking which equivalent is fucking The bank bailout is $45,000 for every man, woman, child in this country. You can give them fucking rats money, and you dumb fuckers vote for the same fuckers that do it. Mike Lee, these fucking teabagger far right, they're fucking Republican fucking lunatics. Then you got the fucking left fucking think they're elitist fucking buyout fuckers, sell their fucking soul to the devil. Fucking Wyden went to Fukushima, sold his soul to the devil. Dianne Feinstein fucking probably is the devil. You know, they sold their souls TPP. Oh, I'm Hillary Clinton. I would never vote fucking TPP when she already voted for TPP. What are you talking about? Just fucking professional liars. Oh, I'm Bill Walmart Clinton. I would never sign NAFTA when I am NAFTA. Fucking, it's outrageous how easily America just fucking drinks the Kool-Aid in a fucking clown circus. It's a fucking joke. But the American populace is the problem. They could tell you, and then we got alternative media. Fucking wow. All the alternative done is pound down your throat for 15 years now. Guns, gold, silver. Guns, gold, silver. While they extract your jobs, they murder you, kill you through the fucking food chain. Take it here, Rover, go get the stick. Fucking shiny ball. Gaslighting on Balco. How the fuck is a gun going to save you from cancer? How the these fuckers got drones? Do you understand that? Oh, they're going to take all guns. Who's they? You're they, number one. Number two, what are they going to do? Knock on your door? Say, give me your gun? Please. It's like taking a pea shooter to a drone war. It's an old fucking wagon wheel, worn-out fucking technology. I mean, the guy that invented the AK-47 calls it the greatest fucking weapon of mass destruction in fucking history, but that was long, he said that long before the drone came along. These fuckers zap you like a video game from outer space. Young Manning, collateral down. What would you do? Tell me this. You went to the military, you do whatever, you saw that video. You've seen it. He saw it. What would you do? You're Aaron Swartz, you're popped up on a freaking thing. You know, and then his light goes on. What, MIT Media Lab? Abe went there to cover up Fukushima? What, your light goes, what? They're sucking up all this taxpayer extorting this money, and then they hide and cover this up so you fucking blew up, and they give him 35 years? Michael Hastings was going to do a fucking story on Pat Tillman. That's the one. I think it's true. That it was a call right from Dick Cheney, right from Dick Cheney's fucking thing, right from the Queen, right from the royal elitists, right to the top. They were scared of him. They knew he was going to come out and spill the beans. He had a publicist. They knew he was the most famous man in America. He had charisma. He had beauty. He had strengths. He had everything it had that takes for this popism fucking gone amok, crazy fucking culture. They knew this guy was going to be the next John Wayne. And they knew this guy knew. They knew. Well, Michael Hastings knew. Michael Hastings knew it was an ordered execution. You know, think about Jessica Lynch. Think about that fucking lie. Think about all of it, this fucking propaganda. You're told the fucking lies, but you don't want to hear them. You don't care. The American populace does not care. They don't want the truth. They can't handle the fucking truth. They fucking want no part of the truth. They go to their fucking death with dogma. Dogma's deadly. When you fucking start to, it causes diarrhea of the fucking mouth. But then it gives you cancer and heart attack. The whole fucking country's fucking being radiated to the 10th fucking power. I told in exact detail. They crashed Rednet, raised the legal fucking limits. This nuclear waste is thrown all over. It's blowing up. It's on fucking fire. Westlake leached into that fucking ground before that fire was ever there. Westlake was leached all over into the aquifers and into the fucking soil fucking many, many, many years ago. Just thrown in barrels. Just dumped in there. Well, what are barrels made out of in the 50s? What did they make those fucking containments out of? You see them. Metal. It erodes, it decays, it's in the dirt. Then it leaches. What, the ground just sits there? What's rain? What's underground fucking water? What's aquifers? And it leaches, and it moves. You know, that's how they've been able to fucking keep our breadbasket. You across the Midwest have tapped that mega fucking aquifer that exists, the biggest aquifer probably on Earth right there. One of them. You've tapped it. See you in New York on fucking Halloween. I'll be at the Natural History Museum at fucking 10 a.m. You know, we'll do my thing. I'll do my gig at Hamilton on Monday.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Boomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I